Battlefield 6 has given us a ridiculous arsenal of weapons, and when it comes to SMGs, we've got everything from laser-straight bullet houses to absolute wild cards that melt entire squads in seconds. But let's be real, not every gun in this category is worth your time. Some sound great on paper, but in practice, you'll be outgunned, outclassed, and probably reloading while a guy with the PW5 turns you into a respawn timer. So today we're going through every single SMG in Battlefield 6, rank them from the absolute worst to the very best. I'll break down how they feel, where they shine, and where they absolutely let you down. Kicking things off, we've got the UMG-40, and listen, I've got nothing but respect for this weapon. It's like the old reliable pickup truck your granddad drives. It'll get you where you need to go, but don't expect it to win races. The UMG-40 is all about control. Its recoil is buttery smooth, the accuracy is fantastic, and it even performs decently at mid-range, which, for an SMG, it's rare. It's the kind of gun that lets you feel in control over your shots even during intense firefights. But here's the problem. It's just too slow. The fire rate can't keep up with close quarters meta that Battlefield 6 lives and dies by. In a game where everyone's sprinting, sliding, and sometimes even bunny hopping into objectives, the UMG-40 feels like half step behind. If you're the kind of player who prefers to hold angles, support your squad, and trade position for speed, the UMG-40 will serve you well, but if you want to play aggressively, you'll lose too many fights before your first reload. Coming in at number 7, we've got the PW7A2, and this thing is a blast to use. If the UMG-40 is your grandpa's truck, the PW7A2 is a sports bike with a turbo strapped to it. It's fast, it's light, and it absolutely loves movement. The recoil is low enough that you can hip fire while sprinting, and the fire rate makes it incredibly forgiving in chaotic fights. This is the kind of weapon that makes you want to slide cancel every corner and zipline across rooftops and flank entire squads like a ghost in the wind. But as fun as it is, the damage just isn't quite there. It chews through enemies with consistency, but you'll notice that it takes a couple more bullets to drop your target compared to the top tier options. You'll win if you outmaneuver them, not if you go head to head. Still, I have to admit, there's something satisfying about the PW7A2's rhythm. It rewards skillful movement and timing, the type of gun that makes you feel like you're outplaying people rather than outgunning them. Sliding into number 6, we've got the SL9. And this one's like that friend who's just good at everything. Not the best at anything, but dependable in every situation. The SL9 stats are incredibly balanced. It's got a moderate fire rate, decent recoil control, and a respectable time to kill. It's not flashy, but consistent. You can use this weapon on almost any map, from tight urban areas to open control points, and it will do the job. However, because it's so balanced, it doesn't specialize in anything in Battlefield 6. Where specialization often wins fights, that's a big drawback. If you try to rush with it, you'll get outspeed by other SMGs. If you hold range, you'll get outdamaged. But don't write it off. The SL9 is a solid weapon for new players or anyone who wants to something stable and predictable. Where your aim is on point, it can hang with the best for sure. Now we're talking at a number 5, the SCW-10. If you ever wanted to be walking blender in tight quarters, this is the gun for you. The SCW-10 absolutely shreds in close range. It's fast, lightweight, and has one of the quickest aim down sight times in the entire game. It's the type of gun that rewards aggression. You don't think, you just move, shoot, and clear. Paired with a suppressor and mobility attachments, you can sweep buildings like a ghost. However, it has a couple of glaring weaknesses. Mainly, the max size is small, meaning you often find yourself mid-reload during fights and range fall-off is brutal. Anything beyond 20 meters and you're basically throwing airsoft pellets. The SCW-10 is for players who live in the chaos, the ones diving headfirst into objectives and trusting their reflexes over strategy. If you love the adrenaline rush, you'll love this gun. The USD-90 takes the 4th spot, a gun built for control and sustained pressure. The thing's defining feature is its massive magazine. You can keep your finger on the trigger for far longer than most SMGs before needing a reload. And when you combine that with smooth recoil and a decent hipfire accuracy, you get a weapon that dominates tight corridors and choke points. What I love about the USD-90 is its raw flexibility. You can use it offensively to clear rooms or defensively to lock down positions. It's not the fastest gun, but it's stable, predictable, and capable of holding its own in longer battles. It's the kind of gun that shines when you're defending objectives or when you just need to keep your enemies pinned down under constant fire. Top 3 territory, and here's where things get wild. The KV-9 is pure chaos in gun form. This thing has a fire rate so high it sounds like it's tearing a hole in time. The moment you pull the trigger, your target is practically gone, if you can control it. This gun melts opponents in close quarters, no question, but it's also the definition of a glass cannon. It eats through ammo like candy. Reloads take forever, and if you miss a few shots, you're toast. You have to play smart with the KV-9. Short bursts, quick peaks, and never ever get caught mid-reload. But when you're in the zone, there's nothing quite like it. The KV-9 gives you the power fantasy every FPS player craves. Pure domination at point-blank range. Runner-up spot goes to the STX, one of the most dependable and fun SMGs in the entire game. The STX doesn't just perform well, it feels great. The recoil pattern is tight, the fire rate is quick, and the weapon's sound design gives every kill a satisfying pop. It's a weapon that encourages aggressive play but still offers control. Whether you're sliding into a room or defending a flag, the STX handles like a dream. The basic weakness is range. Beyond 25 meters your damage drops hard, so you need to stay mobile and close, but within the comfort zone, the STX dominates. If you're an objective player who thrives in chaos, this is your weapon. It's aggressive, precise, and versatile. Everything an SMG should be. And at number 1, the undisputed king of Battlefield 6 SMGs, the PW5A3. This gun is the perfect storm of accuracy, control, and damage. Is this got the right amount of recoil, incredible mid-range consistency, and a rate of fire that feels balanced yet deadly? Unlike most SMGs that forces you into a single playstyle, the PW5A3 adapts to you. You can rush objectives, hold mid-range angles, or even challenge assault rifles in open fight and come out on top. This gun is simply the best blend of everything. Stability, stomping power, and versatility. It's easy enough for beginners to handle, but skillful players can turn it into an absolute monster. If you could only master one SMG in Battlefield 6, this is the one. And that's the full list, from the slow and steady UMG40 all the way up to the powerhouse, the PW5A3. If you have a jet and you enjoy this type of videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I appreciate every single support. Let me know your favorite submachine gun down in the comments. I'm actually quite curious. Personally, I would go with the PW5A3, but maybe my favorite one might be the KV-9. I don't think it is the best submachine gun, but it's the one I enjoy using the most. An absolutely amazing feeling when you make that gun work. And that's gonna be it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next.